What's happening, guys? MarkyMark64 here. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And Nintendo, you just can't stop shooting yourself in the foot. Just when I think you can't be any more anti-consumer, you surprise me. What am I talking about? Well, Nintendo just made an update to the user agreement. And on this user agreement, they basically have the right to break your console if you get caught modding it, or tampering with it, or doing anything that Nintendo doesn't like. Yeah, I'll read you a line from the update. Okay, the first part, license. Subject to the terms of this agreement, Nintendo grants you a non-exclusive, non-transferable, revocable license to use the Nintendo account. Services solely for your personal and non-commercial use. What that means is, it basically gives you a right to buy stuff on the eShop and play your games and do online gaming, that sort of thing. Then they also write, Nintendo considers our license not sold to you or may not make use of the Nintendo service account except as expressly authorized by this agreement. Like I said, it just gives you the right to buy games and play your games and play online if you buy the Nintendo online service. Okay, here's where you get interested. Without limitation, you agree that you may not publish, copy, modify, reserve, engineer, lease, rent, decompile, disassemble, you get the picture, for sale or creative derivative works of any portion of the Nintendo account services. And right near the bottom is right where it gets interesting. The Nintendo service in any manner other than use in accordance with appliance documentation or intent use, in case Nintendo's written consent or expresses authorization, or unless otherwise expressively permitted by applicable law, you acknowledge that if you fail to comply with foregoing restrictions, Nintendo may render the Nintendo account services and or applicable Nintendo device, keyword device, meaning console, permanently unusable in whole or part. So what that means is, if you're caught hacking, modding, doing anything Nintendo doesn't like, they can break your console, make it so you cannot use it, meaning you buy that Switch 2, you mod it, maybe you want a custom firmware, or you want to mod it. Well, Nintendo can now just pull their remote kill switch, and your console is now a $450 to $500 paperweight.
You blew it.
Wow. Nintendo, you're looking so anti-consumer that EA is starting to look good. Like, damn, from an owner perspective, this is bullshit. Like, I was already gonna boycott Nintendo. This makes me want to boycott Nintendo even more. Like, Nintendo has truly gone to the dark side.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them! Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness!
This goes to show you, these corporations, they are not your friend. They only care about one thing only, the almighty dollar, their bottom line, and appeasing their shareholders. They do not give a shit about you. They just want your goddamn money. And if this doesn't prove that, then I don't know what will. And fanboys, if you're still going to defend Nintendo, you are truly lost and you are just freaking sheep, ready to be harvested for cattle, because you guys obviously do not have a mind of your own. You cannot think for yourself. You blindly follow your mighty overlords like sheep to the slaughter that you are. You know, I've been a Nintendo fan my whole life. I've bought every console that they've ever made. Played every console from the NES to the Wii to the Switch. I've played them all. You know, I used to think Nintendo was a decent company, but now they're just another greedy corporation like the rest. Corporations don't care about you, and if you think they do, then you really are dumb. Now, let's get into our next story. Our next story is alright, now into our next story. Okay, Doom the Dark Ages. Well, they have noticed a huge amount of pre-orders just got cancelled. Why are they cancelled? Well, the physical copies of Doom only contain the physical copies of Doom only contain a very small amount of data on the discs. See, what was I telling you? More companies are going to put less data on the actual disc, and you're not actually going to own your goddamn games. See, what they're doing, like days before launch, some fans took to social media to state that they had canceled their pre-orders after it was uncovered that the game's disc only contained a tiny amount of data and not the full product. Ergo, Doom the Dark Ages requires a full 85 gigabyte download of the game to play on all available platforms. You know, that sucks, because the reason why people buy physical media is because, one, you know, they want to have the game be able to play it without internet, because, you know, some places we have really bad internet. And so they do that to cut down on it. Or some people, the internet, they have data caps and they only have so much data they can use a month. So what they'll do is, to cut down on downloading, they will get a physical game so they can not have the download, and you can just pop it in and play. I mean, nowadays that's kind of rare, because you got patches you gotta download, or in this case, like, there's not even really any data on that disc, and you have to download the rest. So what's even the point of getting the physical game anymore? Just get it digitally. Like, for me, like, if I'm gonna get it through Steam. Why? Because Steam, for me, is my preferred platform. And, two, Steam sales. You know, I can get cheap if I wait long enough. But, you know, this is bullshit. This is getting ridiculous. I was telling you, this is going to be the last generation of physical games, and I think that end might be coming sooner than we expected. Like, this is absolute bullshit. The devs are just being lazy, and they don't want you to own your games. They want more control over the games that they are selling you. You know, this is just very anti-consumer and very disheartening to a physical collector. But tell me what you guys think down in the comments section below. I don't know, do you like it? Do you not like it? Are you going to cancel your pre-order? I never pre-ordered, but if I did, I would have definitely canceled it. I'm a physical collector, and I am now more than ever doubling down on collecting. Like last week, I just picked up Borderlands 2 Game of the Year edition. I'm trying to build up a 360 collection. Just so I can have it. Just so, I can have this game and nobody can take it away. Like, I don't have to worry if a server shuts down that, oh, I don't have my games anymore. That's why there's a bigger trend of people collecting physical media now. We're tired of streaming services. We are tired of all digital and losing our shit. This is just my take on the situation. These are real dark ages for physical collectors and for gaming as a whole. Like I have said 100 times before, that gaming crash is coming. It's coming. Mark my words. It's coming. This has been MarkyMark64 signing out. Have a good one. And I'll see you again real soon.